Power BI. We spoke about your data source on the circle part. I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've spoken about the source of where your data you want to analyze are coming from. Those are the things that is represented in the circle. And I told you that your Power BI is inside the funnel for you to analyze your data. And final result is the dashboard that you have. Am I communicating? Is there anybody that didn't understand what I'm saying there?
Yeah, good.
You do, okay? Let's move on. So the next thing, remember I told you about overview of data analysis. When you say you are analyzing data, you are telling story with your data. And what kind of story are you telling with your data? We said the category of analysis you want to do: data descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive, cognitive. And I remember I've explained this one after the other last class, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, if anything that I've not taught you right, kindly notify or I explain is not clear. Call my attention. So I told you these are the various roles you have in your data analysis or data scientist. These are the various roles around your data. Do you understand this part?
Yeah, just a quick one.
Okay.
So if you go back a bit, sorry, one slide back. So you got data analyst, data engineer, data science, database administrator. Do they all do particularly the same thing, or do they specialize in each different place?
So these are the areas that you can want to take as a profession. Okay. I, as an instructor, well, I started as a programmer, but after a while, 2005, 2006, I dropped the idea. I don't want to code again, except in my data analytics now, I will have to write code to manipulate data. I moved to database administrator. So that has been my exposure for almost 2 decades. About 5 years ago, I began to venture to data analytics because I want to know more about dissecting the data that I've been custodian for ages. Okay? And I listed above here the various roles as a data analyst. The professional course attached to that course is paid 300. If you want to be a data engineer, they pay 200. If you want to be a data scientist, they pay 100. If you want to be a database administrator, they pay 300. These are the certifications Microsoft roll out for you. Remember, Power BI is a product of Microsoft. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's move on. Except if you have a question for me. When you settle down yourself as a data analyst, okay, see the connection. Here I am telling you these are the various roles, opportunities you can serve. Okay? And I told you this is an international course all over the world, all over the globe. Even though they are speaking a different language, it is still the content of the material I'm teaching you, they are speaking another language. So definitely, if you understand any of the things I'll be teaching you, and I put somebody down in front of you or beside you to be listening to you, you'll be explaining what I've explained to you, right? So those are the roles that you can fill. Those are the jobs that you can take. Those are the jobs that if it comes your way, you jump to it. Okay? Now, as a data analyst now, okay, these are the things, what is expected of you as a data analyst, as a data analyst. Okay? One, I don't talk about things that if it's not there, you can't do anything. I'm not talking about your ethics of works and co. Okay? I'm talking about now that you come in as a data analyst, what will you be doing? And I have told you that your role is to clean your data, make sure it's presentable, and people will have a look at your data, make interpretation, These are your roles. If you look at my screen, these are your roles as a data analyst. Data tasks of a data analyst. You prepare your data. Preparation of data is making it available for use. You position it for use. If tomorrow if I go to Barclays Banks and I watch their operation and I see some missing things in my lab area, I will quickly remove and slot. Okay? As a data analyst, your first primary role when they bring a job to you is that data you must clean it. That's data preparation. Data preparation. Okay? When you prepare your data, the next thing is modeling. Okay? You want to showcase your data, you want to show the relationship between all the tables you want to use. Then next thing is visualized using your cardboard, all those things that you have, you use it as visualization of your data, but good enough. We also subscribe to so you also subscribe to Power BI that you'll be using for your visualization. Tableau will also help you with your visualization. I'm rushing over it because you've done it last week. Analysis and managing your data. So these are the things we spoke about in the first aspects of this training. And we have some questions. I don't want to really we asked this question last week. Okay. Getting started with Power BI. I guess, we spoke about Power BI last week, right? Hello, class.
Yeah, but we didn't get into it, but we spoke about it.
Okay, good. We spoke about getting started as, these are the various screen of your Power BI, desktop, and all the mobile that you can use to convey your message. Okay, we spoke about this last week. Then I'm demonstrating that the left right-hand part is your source of information. Then the television like in between is your TV, like the one you have at home. Then the mobile, okay, mobile app is telling you that, look, when anything gets wrong, we can easily flew down there, make correction, or encourage the guy to do the need for go to hospital. Am I communicating there? So this is your Power BI. Then I doubt, did you do anything here? Building blocks or Power BI, okay? Yeah. So we spoke about things that you bring together that it's through your Power BI, you generate all these reports, and we are looking at it. These are the performance of the company for the period of time they are in there. Any question?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir. I don't remember I was doing this last week.
Go on.
Yeah,
Which one you
because
doing?
no, not understand. It's not about understanding. What we did last week was just setting up the environment to work with. So the building blocks we didn't touch last week, sir.
Come again?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go on. Speak to me
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is this building block of Power BI, we are just hearing it. I'm just hearing it for the first time. I don't think there was a point we talked about it last week.
Okay.
Yeah, we only set up the environment last week.
No. We did some theory, but no problem. No problem. We have explanation to this place, right? Hello, class. Are you there? Hello. Where are my colleagues? Speak to me now.
I think we only did installation last week, but I could be wrong.
Mixed Power BI. Please, once again, I said to you severally, no stupid question in this class. Let's get us together, ask questions. Don't be shy away to question whatever I'm saying to you. Okay, so let's move on. So the building block, what makes up your Power BI is look at these are what goes to your dashboard. Okay, go to your dashboard. Okay, you will see that in the next 1 or 2 hours, if you start checking CNN, you will see the dashboard of American election there. Dashboard is to tell story with your data. Nobody cares about how crowded the line was in Florida, how crowded the voting center was in Michigan. Nobody cares about in Washington, D.C., people are coming in one at a time and they vote. Nobody cares about the details. All American cares about is analyzing their result and tell us who win, who lose. Am I communicating? Hello?
Yeah.
Good. So the whole essence of what I'm saying is that all what we are seeing on the dashboard, these are what makes your Power BI. These are the tools you'll be using. These are the tools that you'll be using to drive your visualization. Okay? In the screen that you are looking above, you have a card. All this number that you see here is on a card. Okay? You have a graph. Okay, that graph there you see is representing your information. Okay, if you come to under this $2 million, you see your column chart, bar chart there, representing some set of information. So those are the way you tell your story. To people that have understanding of the inner working of Power BI, when they see this, they know where it's coming from. Okay, good. Any question for me?
No, all good.
Come again?
And I was saying, all good. Thank you.
Okay. So these are your sheet environment, worksheet environment, canvases. These are where you show your data and the information that you want to analyze. Okay. So let's move on. I want to rush over this. So these are what you do in your Power BI service when you publish your Power BI over there. Okay? So let's do a review question so that I'll move on. What is the building block of Power BI? What do you see there? What are the building block of Power BI? Mention 1, mention 2. Let me see. Let me hear.
Dashboard.
Dashboard. Okay. Is it the only thing? Is it the only thing there? Visualization, data sets, reports, dashboard, as you mentioned, and entities. So a way of making your Power BI looking good for you. Oh, so what is the common flow of activity of Power BI? Bring the data into Power BI desktop, create reports, share to Power BI service, view, and interact with reports. Okay? So question 3, a collection of ready-made visuals, pre-arranged in dashboard, and report is called what? Hello, are you listening to me? Hello, are we together in this class? I want my students to be talking to me, Lo.
No, yes, we are. I think
Okay.
some of us are thinking.
Okay. So a collection already made. That's an app. Thank you. So that's getting started. I want to rush out of that place. I'm going to move to 2, but this I will rush over it and conclude everything with your third module. Okay. So tonight, the next thing we want to look at is prepare data in Power BI. So that's what we want to look at now. How do you make your data ready for Power BI to analyze for you? So these are the things. Get data from vendors' data source. Okay. Some vendor will give you, they will give you access to the part of the database you need rather than disturbing them. But most of them today are moving the data to cloud where you can go and analyze and off you go. So optimize performance and resolve data errors. So start with data analytics and Microsoft. So this is what you are going to do in this short slide. You will learn the following concept: getting the data from various data sources, optimizing performance, resolving the errors. Okay? So, introduction to getting data. The first step in data analysis is data analysis process is identify and getting data. Okay? I was earlier, Agumbia is asking me a question. Let's speak to me, please. Or move to Agumbia and talk to us.
Okay, sir. I said thank you very much. I was earlier going to ask if the data analyst has anything to do with the data collection, but I think you're about speaking to that right now.
Come again.
I said I was going to ask about if the data analyst has anything to do with data collection, but I think that's the area you're going to right now.
Okay, great.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now, introduction to getting data. The first step in the data analysis process is identify and getting data. Okay? I'll practically show you areas where you get your data manual, either via Excel, either other Power BI course, or social media, Instagram, or Instagram, Facebook, etc. So all those items comes up. Your data can come from any of those sources that we mentioned. Okay, and here we are giving an example of where data you want to analyze is coming from. If you look properly, you see sales data or Microsoft SQL Server, HR data, Microsoft Excel, warehouse app, finance and show analysis, sales good, SharePoint. All those you see there are source of where you can gather the data you want to analyze. Okay? Any question?
No.
Okay,
Good.
let's move on. Like most of you work for a company where you are required to build Microsoft Power BI reports. The data resides in several different databases and files. These data repositories are different from each, okay? So the data, these data are sitting on the repository and are different from each other. Some are Microsoft Server, like in the studio that you just installed. Some are in content like that. Some are in Microsoft Excel, but all the data is related. Okay? Sorry. Okay? Before you can create reports, you must first extract data from the various data sources. Okay? Before you can analyze any data, you must gather the information from their various sources, right? Interacting with SQL Server is different from Excel. You are getting their raw data, or you want to move it to Excel. So you should learn the nuances of both systems. After you've learned the particular of each system, you can use Power Query to query the engine. So that's that about the engine on your car. Any question?
No.
Okay. So here we are saying getting data from flat files. There, by the time we want to import data to Power BI, I will show you how you make use of your all these tools that came with your with your Power BI with the data you want to share. Your data can come from various sources, like I said. You can have some in Excel, you can have some in CSV file, you can have some in any of the databases. You can connect to them and get information from them. Okay? So here's another. Now, when your data is in SQL, you can see Power BI that translates your data to dashboard. Okay? Getting data from relational data sources, converting into dashboard as you have lower there. Okay? If your organization uses relational database to record the sales transaction, you can use Power BI Desktop to establish a connection to your organization relational database rather than getting data from individual flat files. Hope you understand that. Do you understand what I'm passing across there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, connecting Power BI to your database will help you to monitor the progress of your business, okay? And identify trends so you can forecast sales figure plan. You know, when you are told to, you can forecast or state, you can guess what will happen in the line of your sales, okay? Good. That will make you to be able to forecast. You can plan for budget and set performance, indicator and targets, okay? Power BI Desktop can connect to any relational databases that are either in the cloud or on premise. Anybody that, you know, they want to see that, oh, I have data here, I have data in Silo, I have data in Instagram, I have data in Oracle. Anywhere you have your data, just push it across to us. Okay, connect to relational database, okay? Use get data in Power BI, Desktop, and select the applicable options. So select the data to import. So this one is like telling us what and what we are going to see, where your database is sourcing from. That's why I'm explaining this part, okay? Okay. So these are another various. So here I'm giving you the comprehensive way you can get your data. You have your Azure SQL database, okay? And you have so many other people that you can discuss that, oh, I want to go and start, I want to import this data, I want to analyze it, what's at stake, what's it about, and could they will guide us. They will give us necessary information to take care of importing data to the refined data to the system for you to analyze and give reports. Okay. So some organizations don't use relational database, but instead we use NoSQL database. All of them report to Power BI that can analyze them. A NoSQL databases also referred to as non-SQL, not only SQL or non-relational database. So you can have your Cosmos DB, you can have your MongoDB, etc. Okay, you have Azure ComboDB, you have Azure Blob Storage, MongoDB, So with the Power BI and query editor, you can ingest NoSQL data which resembles a table with rows and columns. So we can understand that part. Any other question? Any question?
No, good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on. So here I talk about application. Okay, getting the data, updating your record. These are kind of things that you get when you are preparing your data, not that you just accept the data from somewhere that you want to watch on it. So you can see on the right-hand side, you can see all the tables that have been reported. You can see the content of those tables. So that's to tell you that the data are not loose. So we have to get the data from analysis services. So you can see that through all this, you can do anything with your database. Get data from Microsoft Dataverse. It's another brand of Microsoft product whereby you can get database from. Then you have your graph, you have your dashboard, everything. That's what you see there. And that's what will get you anything reasonable in America not to be like liability to them. Good. Okay, get data from data flow. So the data flow is a collection of tables that are created and managed workspaces. So it's talking about the workspace and the way your data move from one end to the other. I want to push out this theory so that I'll go to practical. So review questions. Which query language do you use to extract data from Microsoft SQL Server? Which query? Are we together?
SQL.
So, which query? Take note of that. That's a transformative SQL. So, you are creating a Power BI report with data from an Azure Analysis Service cube. When the data refreshes in the cube, you will like to see it immediately you have to see it immediately in the Power BI report. How should you connect? How should you connect to your database? Can you explain a bit? Any question? Is anybody talking to me? Hello?
So the question is, in Power BI report, how would you connect? Is that connect to the server?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a trick question, but you just connect normally, right? Or is it you have to upload something?
Come again.
I serious, I don't know. I don't know.
You know, I explain as we are coming the various sources of your data. So and all these things that is here, I keep mentioning that the source of your data will listed there. Next to it is we have a command delimited says file, you have a Z that data can come in. You have the spreadsheet there. Okay. And then I explained to you that it's not only SQL data alone you use. You can use NoSQL data. Then again, your application, you're getting data. These are the way that you can showcase the information you are getting either from Miracle, either from Canvas, either from SQL, either from other databases, either you export your data to Excel and you have it in CSV, command delimited file, etc. Talking about the source of information, the analysis of information can also come through cloud data analysis. Then data vars is more or less a new thing that I invoke, so that will give you a code that will give you an overall source from your Microsoft environment to see your data end to end. Then I gave you a reason how your data flow into Power BI, come back with dashboard, etc. like that. They are just trying to minimize. Those are the things Then here I ask you a question that's connect live. Okay? When you are connecting directly with your database, when you're analyzing, you are doing connect live. Okay? What are you to do to improve performance when you are getting data in Power BI? What are you to do to improve performance? Okay? Here, do some calculation on the original data source. What we are saying here is that whatever manipulation you want to do on your data, please do it before you port to Power BI. Do it, so that you don't waste much of your time. Okay, optimize. I won't bother anybody here with this. Optimize is like an advanced course to you. Okay, so let me quickly, I want to drop a theory. I want to stop this point here. Okay, past 11. So now at this junction, I have given you background of this course. So at this junction, we are moving to module 3. And what's in module 3? Module 3 is where you clean your data, all you've learned from module 1, module 2, and module 3. In module 4, okay, I'm going to combine them together and we have, this time around, I will not follow slides. I'm going to make use of okay, so I'm going to pick your cleaning this month. No. Okay. Good. So let's start our SQL Server Studio. Start it. One minute. Let me just enter restroom. I'll come back while you're opening your. Okay. Now, so start your. So start your SQL Server and confirm your database adventure. Forget about what you see on my screen. I expect you to see AdventureWorks 2020. That's what we are going to use. Okay. Now the next thing is start your Power BI. So your Power BI starts it. Your screen, oh, mine started. Okay, hold on, let me share my, you will have this on your screen, right? Okay, so this is the first you will see on your screen. Okay, now you can close this, then you will have your Power BI. This is your Power BI screen. Are you with me? Now, let's come to your folder. Please don't compare your screen to mine. I will guide you. Okay. So all files. Locate this file in your folder. All files. Locate it. Let me copy this to the neutral place there. So locate these all files. Okay. PS 300. You have all these there, right? These are there. Good. Now, when you locate it now, come back to this place on your Power BI. This is what we want to look at. The topic we want to look at is Module 3, cleaning, transforming, and loading data. That's what we want to look at. A moment, I need to check something. Okay. Now, click on File. After you open have you all start Power BI? Have you all? Please, you need to be responding back to me here.
Yes.
Okay. So click on File. your own depends on, I've used mine severally. So yours, look for browse reports. Okay. Locate your all files wherever it is. Open it. PL300. Look at labs. Open labs. You now have lab 1. Pick on lab 1. This is the only thing we are going to pick in this lab. We'll not come here again. Lab 1. Solution. Then you pick on your sales analysis. Tell it to discard changes. Discard any changes. If there is any, discard it. So it's empty.
Quick one, Ebenezer. It's asking for email. Do you put email or do you just put cancel?
Okay. Remember we asked you to create an email last week. So type the email there. The reason why mine is not asking is because it has automatically connect mine. That's why it's not asking for email. Put your email. Come again.
Yeah, I didn't see all files when I clicked on browse.
Okay, let me do something. Let me connect with, let me stop. Let somebody share screen with me. So let's use it to demonstrate connection.
Should I share, even though I just got this laptop, so not everything is 100%?
Have you done the setup? Have you installed Power BI?
I have installed Power BI.
Have you installed SQL?
So the SQL is failing. I've tried it several times.
No, we can't. Who
Someone else.
has Remy can share screen.
Okay.
Remy, share your screen.
Okay.
It's going to be fresh for everybody to see.
On mine, I got issues saying that active X control cannot be instantiated because the current thread is not a single threaded apartment.
Jack, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, come again.
Yeah, I've got an issue that came up saying that something went wrong when I tried to upload that file.
For your installation?
No, I tried to open the sales analysis on Power BI desktop.
Okay, let me see if Remizo will
Okay.
bring up that. So these are Power BI. Click on File.
Yeah.
Make sure your download is in my folder. Make sure it's in my folder. Okay. So here I have Browse Report here. Click on Browse Report. Go to my folder where you have your files. Drive C, my folder. All files, double click on all files. So when you do that, you will see PL300, double click on PL300. Now double click on labs. Double click on the first item there. That's lab 1. Double click on solution. So you now have your sales analysis. Double click on it. It's asking for email address. Put an email. Make sure this email is not your office mail. Put it there.
Okay. My personal email.
Personal email. Not then again, not Gmail.
Not Gmail.
Not Yahoo account. That's
Okay,
where
not
Lady
Gmail, not
was.
Yahoo account.
Yes, that's what Lady was telling us, that we can use an Outlook account last week. And we all loaded.
But you can
Okay.
as well cancel using it and continue. What
Of
we really need the email.
we might cancel today, but by the time we want to publish a Power BI service,
Oh, okay.
we need it. Tonight we might cancel it, but everybody should consciously get a mail that you will connect your Power BI runs. And remember when I was explaining the theory, I created a scenario that after a meeting, that all your directors, some went to China, some went to UK, some went to New Zealand, some went to Australia. Remember, I created that scenario. The only way you can share your information with them is when you make use of email, a Power BI service. So let's cancel tonight. Cancel that.
Okay.
Good. So it's supposed to, okay. So it should load your, look at the sales analysis. Discard changes. Discard changes. Discard. Please, everybody, I hope we are following what we are doing. Okay? If you have discarded your changes, now the next thing is, how many of us have, is there anybody that's having issue up to this point? Cancel the email part. It's going to load your sales analysis. It's going to ask you that you make some changes, discard the changes. Can we move on?
Yes.
Okay. If you can move on, click on File menu. Click on Save As. Good. In your Save As, click on the arrow up there, the arrow up, so that you move back to the folder. Move up again. Good. Look at my solution. Oga, go back. Click, hold on. Double click on PL 300. Good. Double click on my solution. Inside this place, there are two folders there, active and backup. Double click on active. I will tell you the backup later. Okay? Click on save here.
Okay.
Good. So, everybody, have you done that? Save
Yes.
it. Okay.
Yes.
If you have done that, stop sharing screen. Let me.
Okay.
Good. Let me share
sorry.
Go on.
I want to ask, why do we have to save it in that my solution folder?
Don't worry, I will tell you later.
Okay.
There's no magic, but I will tell you later. So look at my own file, save as. Now I said move up here, my solution. The whole idea of what you are doing here is that I told you this lab is Microsoft put it online. But because I will be explaining what I am doing, it's time bound. So that is why I set it up on your system. Okay? And I save it on my solution so that you will have a sample, a location where whatever you are doing is, that you don't need to miss your file. So it is just a way to organize yourself. No magic. Now, having saved there, okay, so now let's move on. The next thing we are going to do is we want to connect to our database. So now, how do you get, so this is your Power BI, okay? That sales analysis is a sample Power BI file that will be created for you, okay? Now, I want to import after your meeting with management. They've told you that, okay, they want you to analyze adventure work sales for 5 years. Okay? Now, that data is already been exported to SQL for you. So I want to connect to the source data. So the next thing you are going to do is that get data from SQL. So look at this place, look at your screen, SQL Server. Can you see that? Under Home, okay? This is a Power BI screen, which is similar to all the Microsoft that you'll be using. On the menu, you have your file, okay? You have your home, you have insert, you have modeling, view, optimize, up. And let me do some little introduction to you here. Look at this box. Can you see a line here? Hello? Look at this screen.
Yep.
Can you see where you add your data to your reports? You see a line below the broken line. Can you see the broken line? That triangle that you are looking at is called canvas. Every analysis you want to do on Power BI sits in that box. It's going to sit in that box. Okay? Now, I want to connect to SQL. I want to import my data here. So look at SQL here. Or cancel. Look at the first item. This is another way. Get data. Can you see this button? Get data. So, more. So when you click on get data, it's going to bring this one for you. The other day when I was explaining, these are all the source where your information that you want to analyze can come from. At your leisure time, you can scroll and see that you have a large sum of source of information. In this class, we are going to demonstrate with this test/CSV and SQL Server database. Can you see that? Those are the two areas that we are going to get our data from. So I'm making use of SQL Server here, okay, and click connect. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to come up with this. Remember, okay, let me come back here. Movements. No, I'm checking for. Remember, I asked you to copy your. Oh, that's my own. Sorry. I need to check something. Hold on a bit. Okay. Do you remember I asked you to copy this in last week? Server name and database. Oh. Server name. Now bring up your SQL now. Let's do the second one. Bring up your SQL Studio. and come to AdventureWorks DW 2020. Right-click on it, rename, so that it's going to select the database name. Control-C, copy it, minimize your studio, and come and put it in front, come and put it under your server name. Remember you copy your server name last time, something like this, and put database below and paste your AdventureWorks here. Have you done that?
No, so should we type it in?
No, you may not. I don't want you to waste time. Under this your studio.
Yeah.
Okay. Except if you have not copied your server, if you have not saved your server name. If you have not saved your server name, come back to this place. Come back to your SQL. This. What you can simply do is that come to this connect. Okay. Click on arrow down there and click on database engine. So it's going to bring it up like this.
Yeah. See it.
Inside your server name, just select what is inside, copy it. Okay. Select it and copy it and cancel this and come to this your notepad. Where if you have not done your own, create a notepad, type your server name. Okay, and paste that what you copy in your database here. Have you done that?
Yes.
If you have done that, press enter, type database, colon, press your tab, and you are here. Then come to this your AdventureWorks DW 2020, right click on it, rename. When you do that, it's going to select the name of the file, click on copy, then come under this please and paste it here. Have you done that?
Yep.
Okay, if you have done that, minimize your SQL, copy your server name. So under SQL server database, under the server, paste that your server name here. Then go back to that your notepad, copy AdventureWorks, this, copy it, paste it under database option like this. And make sure, I need to explain something to you here. In Power BI, you might decide to import the data you want to analyze to Power BI query. That is, you pick on imports. I might decide to say, no, I want to write SQL query or direct query that will select the data, maybe I have about 100 million records. I don't want to pick, I have about 100 million records with about 1,000 columns. I don't need those columns. At 1,000, I just need about 10 or 15 columns. I can write a query that picks the columns I want from my database. So that's where you're going to make use of direct query. Then you will now expand this option. Okay? When you select direct query, then you tell it the timeout when it's connecting. Then you now write your query here. The query that you want to use to select from your database, you put it here. Tonight we are not doing that. We are importing the data directly to Power BI query. So you leave it as imports. So the server name, the database name, the import. Please, am I communicating? Is there anybody that don't understand me in the class? You don't understand what I'm doing up to this moment. Kindly call notify. Okay? I will assume silence means you all understand me. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you've done this here now, all these three items are here, then click on OK. If all things being equal, it's going to connect to my database, okay? And bring up all the tables there like this. If your screen is different from mine, notify me.
Mine is different.
What's the error?
It's showing SQL Server database, desktop, whatever. Then use my current credentials. It's not showing tables like this.
Hold on. Let me stop. Share your screen. Let me see, Janet.
Okay. Yeah, so this is what I've got.
It's still loading. Okay. Yes, click on it. Let's see. Click OK. Let me see what it's going to tell me. Expand yourself. Say. You are here now?
Yeah, I'm done now. Thank you.
Okay. So stop sharing. Good. Now, if you are here now, this is where your job began as a data analyst. You are going to, you are going to examine each of the table in this particular class. Okay? Take note, these are the tables that we want to use. Mark this table down. The employee. Can you see that? Hello?
Yes.
The employee sales territory. Dim products. Dim reseller. Dim sales territory. Then facts reseller sales. This. So these are the tables that we are going to use for this journey. It's expected of you as a data analyst to have insight to the data you want to import by clicking on the table. When you click on it without checking, on the right-hand side, it's going to display the content for you. Look at the heading, okay? You can scroll left and right. You can scroll left and right to see the content of the table, okay? At this juncture, I remember I told you, you will work hand in hand with your business analyst. Your business analyst is not a database administrator, but he understood the business. He understood the business related to the content of the database. He understood every information that is inside your database. So you continue to liaise with your data analyst, okay? Some of this information you may ask me, employee key, parent employee key. Because I'm not a database administrator, you need to ask questions. What information are you holding in these columns? Employee national, alternate key, what is it for? What is the purpose? That is when you are reviewing the data, when you are getting your data and you are reviewing all those information given to you. You are reviewing them that you have all the necessary information to give your boss what he needs to know. Any question, please?
No, good.
Okay, so that is how you preview your data. Okay, having done that, click on, let me explain something to you here. I will select all the table you need. If you click on load, you are loading the information to your Power BI query directly. But because you still want to do cleaning, you want to review your data properly, you click on transform data. So click on transform data, click on it. Okay. Take note there is a new window that opened up on your screen. Can you see it? Hello, class, are you there?
Yeah.
A new table has spring up now, and the name of it is Power Query Editor. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at on top of that Power BI itself. What do you see on top there on the heading? What do you see?
What cells?
Data analysis,
This?
Power BI desktop.
Power BI desktop. Good. Power BI desktop is a Power BI application. Power Query Editor is a component of Power BI desktop. Hello? Am I communicating?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Power Query Editor is a component of Power BI. The purpose of Power BI, Power Query Editor, is for you to review the data you want to analyze. Was this data captured properly? Do I have a missing information? The columns there, does it meet the need of what I want? That is the purpose of Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor allows you to review data within the context of what the management needs to analyze. Hello, am I communicating?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So, if you understood my explanation there, now, next thing. So look at on the left-hand side. Left-hand side, what do you see there?
The tables we selected
categories.
earlier.
Come again.
The tables that we selected earlier.
The table that we selected are here. Let me call your attention to something. On the heading of that list of table, what do you see? What's the name there?
Queries.
Power Query Editor.
So, what is the number in front of it?
6.
6. Can you make meaning of that 6? What can you interpret it for?
You selected 6 tables.
Come again.
You selected 6 tables.
We selected 6 tables. We, not you. We are working together, man. We selected 6 queries, 6 tables. What you are calling a table on SQL, the moment it gets to Power Query Editor, Power Query Editor addresses as query. Hello? Am I communicating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
you are calling a table on your SQL server, Power Query Editor is calling it a query. That is why you saw query on the list of what you are calling a table. Because you can manipulate it, you can clean it, you can transform it, you can do whatever you want to like with it. Hello? Am I communicating?
Yes.
Good. So the next thing now we want to look at is we want to review each of the tables. What are you reviewing there? Many times you want to see the contents. You want to see, oh, click on Dim Employee. Can you see? You want to see, look at the headers, everything there, okay? Then, when you do that, look at below the query, look at the bottom of the query, there's a line there. What do you read in your own line? Hello?
33 column,
Okay,
296 row.
okay. Then, what's in front of it?
Column profiling based on top
Complete
1000.
it. I'm not hearing you. Read that statement properly.
Column profiling based on top 1000 rows.
Thank you. I want to call your attention to something. It's possible, like I said, in a table you have about 500, even 5 million records. 5 million records. Okay? When you are working in Power BI, that your 5 million records will not be loaded to the memory of your Power BI at a go. Okay? It's going to profiling only one top 1,000 rows of that your 5 million. And that is what you are going to see here. Just that 1,000 is what you are going to see here. Are you with me? The remaining, all the rest of the record will be on your SQL server. You may now want to ask me why. So if how will I have access to others? The moment you import to Power BI query, it's going to bring everything from your server to Power BI query. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
So it's giving you room to review how many columns is in this table that you are working with and how many rows. That's what it's doing there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. In the data preview pane, scroll horizontally and review all the columns. See, we want to see that you have horizontal columns there. Okay. So you can look at the horizontal line, you can scroll left and right to see the content. Okay, when you look at your Power Query, if you look at, I'm leading you somewhere. Look at the last set of columns that you have in this employee. Look at employee photo, store in binary, okay? Not your regular installation. Position is null. Dim account is saying dim account is connected to another table. Dim employee key is connected to another table. That's why you have table in each of the cells. Then this one is also connected to another table, but on the value. That's why you have value here. So all other things, look at the fact reseller, your dim employee table is connected to your fact reseller with this. You will understand those things as time progresses. Any question?
Oh, good.
Okay. Now, you can review all the tables like that, one after the other. Oh, so look at your file, it says territory. So We'll still look at them one by one, no problem. Let's move on. We want to check some other things. To assess column quality, okay, on View Ribbon tab, from inside the data preview group, check column quality, okay? See under your view, come to your menu bar. Take note that your Power Query Editor has its own menu again. So click on the view there. Okay. 1 minute, please. Next thing we want to look at, we want to review the quality of information that we want to analyze. So click on your view. You will see column quality. Can you see column quality there? Show white spaces is checked before. Don't bother about that. Column quality, check it. When you check on column quality, what do you see there? Look at on each of the columns. This time around, you are examining the column one after the other. My dear brother, the pain of data analytics sits here because you are expected to examine each of the columns that they are properly captured, so that you don't analyze wrongly, okay? And most of the time, the column you are going to consider will have been from the management meeting. You'll have gotten inkling, understanding of the column you want to address. So you pay attention to those columns properly. So when you look at on heading of the columns, you will see it's telling me you have 3 things to check for each of the columns. You have a valid, error, empty. Valid means the data is correct. 100%, that means every data captured in that column is right. Error means there are errors in the information captured in the column. Empty means there is null. Remember, in database environment, null does not mean 0. It means the information is not available. Okay? So that's what you call empty. So in employee column of your employee, all the records is valid, no empty, nothing. Okay? So probably this is the primary key. I won't bother you about those terms. Look at your parent employee key. You are 99% valid, and I have empty 1%. He's telling me I have a null record here. When you come to this column, okay, come to this column and sorry, if you look at this null, if you check it, see what you are going to have. So it's telling me that on this parent employee that is 1%, so here is a null there. And whatever you are having under your column quality is going to be responding to current row that you have. Look at, it's telling me 100% null because the only row I selected is null. There is nothing there. Am I communicating?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you want to back to normal, come to this place again, click the arrow down, uncheck, and select all, and click OK. So it's going to bring all of them down. Okay, good. Now, okay, let's move on. Let's move to, let me point, aha. Look at this column position here. Look at it. It's telling me that I only have 6% valid, then 94% null. Can you see all of them? That is, only few things were captured in this column. So these are the way you look at the quality of your column. And if the column that you are going to work with is, if it's empty, you can take them out, or if the one you want to work with has issues, you correct them before you move on. So let me uncheck column quality. Now the next thing we want to look at column distribution. Okay, what is column distribution? Check distribution here. So now let's look at column distribution. Look at your column distribution. Look at on each of the columns. And the blue light.
Did not bring light. I've changed it on. The time.
So look at your employee key here. Distribution is telling me it is giving more insights to the content, unlike the quality that is telling you the valid, the non-valid. Okay, the valid, the error, the empty. But this one is telling me that what is the spread of the data in the column? What is the spread of the data in the column? Look at column 1. I have 296 distinct and 296 unique, meaning that in this row, I have 296 records. That when you say distinct, they are values that are different. No two records is captured twice. Okay? The number of records that are distinct is saying 296. There is something you must watch out for in column distribution. When distinct and unique are the same it's more or less is what in database administrator they call primary key. That is, no record was captured twice in that column. Okay? Repetition is not allowed. Okay. And if you look at this record, you will see that you will see 1, 2, 3, 4, up till you come to the last record. There is no repetition of 1, there is no repetition of 2, all along like that. Am I communicating? Hello, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Okay. Now let's look at the second column. He's telling me that, hey, I have 48 distinct values. Only 4 are unique. Only 4 does not have repetition. Only 4 appear once. The remaining 48, they appear more than once. Hello? 18 is a distinct value. 7 is a distinct value. 14 is a distinct value. 3 is a distinct value. 267 is a distinct value. 189 is a distinct value. 112 is a distinct value. But some of these distinct value, some of them, look at 1112. It's a distinct value that is a value on its own, but it's not unique. It's repeated. Look at closely, you can see 112, 112. Right? If you want to see analysis of the column, look at the arrow down on top of the column, click it. Can you see all the values there? Okay. Take for an example, we'll see 112. Check, select all. Now let's look at that 112 that we notice that is repeated. We want to see how many 112 there I have. Click on it and click OK. Can you see the number of 112 you have there? Okay. Distinct is telling me that I have 48 different values in this column. 48 different values. Like, let's say, these are the different values that you are talking about that you are calling 48. Can you see what I scroll up? 3, 7, 9, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23, 27, 32, 40, 43. If you count down, it's going to be 48 numbers. Hello? Hello, class?
Yep, still there.
It's going to be 48 numbers. But out of these 48 numbers, okay, only 4 is unique. That is, it doesn't repeat itself like this 112. How, unfortunately, it will be difficult for us to get it here at this point. Okay, we'll find a way to see how to get a unique value out there. Okay, look at the next column again. You have 290 distinct values. 285 are unique. 285 is not repeated at all. At all. Okay? Only few is repeated. That's the meaning of that. Look at this one. 48 distinct value. Only 4 unique there. So each of the columns, they have their own peculiarities that when you move, run them one by one, you will see the details of what your system, of what you are trying to analyze. You are trying to get inside. Can you see your position column? Only there are 4 distinct values, okay, but 1 unique. That is, 1 is not repeated. So let's look at this. So look at the 4 distinct values there: sales director, sales manager, sales representative, and all. Okay, then it's telling me that only 1 unique. So how do you make unique there? So if you unselect all, check this, and this. So you can see that. So you can see that it has trying to unravel your record. No. Sorry, I cancel it. So sales manager. So can you see these are the 4 distinct values that are here and cool like that? Good. So that is how you examine the column distribution of your record. Any question?
Yeah, no, good.
Okay. Now, let me go to the sales territory, this table. This one is capturing all the sales rep for us. Capture the sales rep for us. Okay. This table stores 1 row for each employee and the sales territory region they manage. The table supports relating many regions to a single employee. Some employees manages, okay, 1 or 2 possible more regions. So it's giving me the sales employee, the territory they manage, and the country where they manage. Okay. Click on dim products. Let's see. So all the product that we are selling is there. Okay. And when you scroll down, you have subcategory of the products. That's a dim subcategory. Say this one is linked to another table where the categories are. If you click on your DM reseller, it contains 1 row per your reseller, your distributors. Okay, good. Now, let's look at our column value. Remove your column distribution here. Click on column profile here. This one is giving you details of the spread of the column. Look at when you click on column profile, it's telling you the statistics of the column. Okay, statistics of the column. So if you scroll right way, okay, it's telling me I have a count of 701 record here, distinct is 701, unique is 701. So it's giving me the details of the data that I have there. Now, okay. Now locate business type. This. So click on check profile. Yeah, let's see what is there. So can you see the column distribution for that column? Check here, what do you notice here? This is one of the beauty of what you want to use your column profile for. Washout is listing the content of the column for me. What do you notice in this value distribution?
What is in the value adding reseller is high?
On the screen that you are looking at, look at the content there. Do you observe any anomalies there?
Yeah, the warehouse is lower than the other three columns, I'll say.
Good. I have two warehouse captured. Is it correct? Do you have what it takes to say the data is wrong?
Yeah.
Can you say this data is wrong?
Yeah.
As a data analyst?
Yes.
Hey, who will say yes there? Jack. Is it Jack? No, it's not Jack. I know their voice now. Somebody say yes. Who is that person? Identify yourself.
It's me, sir.
Edby. No,
Yes.
Edby, you can't say yes. You are saying warehouse. Those two information is correct. Are you in a position to say this data is correct as a data analyst? Are you?
I said no, that is not correct.
Okay. But you cannot even say it's not correct too. You can't say it's correct. You can't say it's not correct. It's not your role. It's not your duty. So what are you supposed to do when you observe an information like this?
You escalate.
To whom?
To your supervisor.
Is it supervisor? No. No.
The person you're reporting to.
No. No.
Data administrator.
Data administrator, no. But you are almost having an inkling, but it's not the data administrator. Is this somebody in that your data room? Who is the fellow? I told you there's somebody as in between you and the business.
The business analyst.
The business analyst. Thank you. The business analyst understood all the data. He's the one you first ask, you say, hey, Oga, come. I noticed the captures some information on this column. What is your take? What do you understand? What is going on? I'm sure he or she will authoritatively tell you that they captured the data wrong. Are you with me? So, and when you look at the percentage of the warehouse that has a space is very minute. That's an indication this is the wrong one. The warehouse with space is the one they captured wrongly. Hello? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that will be corrected at a point, not today. So so now, let's look at DIMSA's territory. Okay. So on your DIMSA territory, look at your headquarter is 0. Okay? You don't need to do anything there with it. Okay? We will take it out later. Okay? Then the last query is fact reseller says, this is what is capture all that have been sold out. So we review all your data. This is the first job you as a data analyst will do. Review your data and make sure the content are right. So now you've imported this data to your Power Query editor, right? Now the next thing is you still have some information on CSV file. So I want to import it along with this, okay? So I'm going to go to get data. Hold on. Okay. On the Power Query editor, come to home. Okay. So non-recent source. Under home, look at new source. Click the arrow down there because you want to get information from another source. So new source. Click on test CSV. So it will open up this. So go back to your all files now. So locate your all files. I'm coming on. Okay, look at all files. Here 300. Under resources, double click on resources. You will see reseller targets. So click on this and click open. So it brings it here for you. Okay. Click OK. So it has added it. Click on the new source. Go back to this place. It takes you back to this place. Select your color formats. So you can see I am bringing in data from CSV file now. Click open. And click OK to bring the data in. So this or the seller sales target is giving the target of each of the sales rep. Okay, sales rep. Good. So now look at your, see, no column is empty. Look at the hyphen that represents the months that doesn't have a target. All these months doesn't have a target. That's why they put hyphen there. Okay. And preview, look at where you are 1, 2, 3. Okay, ABC is telling you the type of data that is captured on each of the column. All the 1, 2, 3 ABC, okay, is telling you all the kind of this 1, 2, 3 means is numeric. Okay, ABC means character all along. We'll get into it later. Okay. So now, this is how to bring data into your Power BI. Okay, good. I am going to import this data. Look at close and apply. Everybody, look at what I want to do here. Can you see close and apply? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Click on close and apply on your own. So it's going to load the data into your Power BI. Okay, good. Can you see your right-hand side? So it's telling you these are the data you bring in. In our next class, we will start with transforming some of our theory background. That will be our fourth class. I have to rush that day. So we are going to start that class by clicking on transform data. You click on the arrow there. That's under your home. Come to transform data here. So to bring up my Power Query editor. So at this junction, I will do my cleaning. I will do preparation of all my data in next class. Any question for me?
No, all good. Thank you.
Any question?
I have a question, please.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
While we were previewing each of the tables on the editor page,
Yeah.
one of my tables I could not preview, the dim product, I couldn't preview it. It showed it has question mark on it. But I don't know how to go about it.
Share your screen, let me see.
Okay. Yeah, it's loading at the moment.
It's still loading now.
Yeah, it's still loading, yeah.
So while this one is going on, any questions so that we are winding down today?
Hi, Ebenezer.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, I was just gonna ask for myself. I am not up to speed yet because I just got a laptop. You mentioned you were going to find some time for us tomorrow.
Okay, is that goodness?
Yes, goodness.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Let's look at tomorrow is Wednesday. If it's not too tomorrow evening, I'm busy with another thing. Can we meet around 12 noon Nigerian time? Will be 11 a.m. in UK tomorrow. Will it be convenient for you?
That's fine by me.
That's fine. Okay. So let's meet around 11 p.m., 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll connect. I will talk to, I will request BlueSky will make our URL available for us to communicate.
Thank you.
I will talk to your coordinator, Olawumi, to guide us.
No worries. Thank you.
Okay. What's happening?
I'm not sure it's taking forever.
This is taking too long.
Yeah.
Okay. While this one is going on, no problem. We can. Okay. Let it finish. Don't stop it.
Okay.
It seems the memory of this computer is not too big. So stop sharing screen, but allow it to finish.
All right.
Any other question? In absentia of no question, this is 12:39. That's about 2 hours, 40 minutes, thereabouts. Please, let's be conscious of time in our next class. Let's come to class so that we start 1 minute late. We're already wasting time. We don't have the time. We don't have luxury of time. We don't have luxury of time. We need to catch up with quite a lot on this course. So in our next class, next Tuesday, please, let's come to our Power BI class early. We are going to discuss